Alright. What's up, everyone? Welcome to my Nintendo 2015 E3 Digital Event podcast, where we're going to discuss what we thought of Nintendo's recent digital event, which aired 2 days ago, I believe. So
Yes.
Before we do that, I'm going to have everybody go ahead and introduce themselves real quick. We'll start with you, Tim.
Hey man, how you all doing?
Doing good. And Nick, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh, hey man, I'm Nick from Game Away, and that's it. That's all I got for today.
Yeah, they've watched my podcast before. They know you two already. We have another guest with us tonight, a friend of Nick's. Go ahead and introduce yourself real quick, man.
Oh, I'm Sergio, and I'm also for Game Away. I did the main theme.
All right, nice to have you. So, yeah, let's discuss what we thought about what Nintendo had to show. If you could sum up their podcast, direct, whatever you want to call it, in one word, what would you? How would you describe it, Tim? Just one word.
Report.
That was it. The sigh was it.
Yeah, that was it. Just a sigh. I'll call it disastrous.
I call it disappointing.
I call it underwhelming.
Oh yeah. So nothing like upbeat how we felt about it.
No, there was some gems in there, but otherwise, no.
I was feeling it all. I was mad. I was disappointed. I was sad. I was just like. Then when it ended, I was like, "Yep, that's it. Like there's nothing else."
Yeah.
And then we saw the gaming world go into a full-on rage.
It's gotten so bad. People have gotten to the point where they want to cancel one of the games they announced.
Yeah, that's
petition is
crazy. I was like, wow, there's a petition to cancel the Metroid game. Have you seen the dislikes it's gotten on Nintendo's YouTube?
It's
it was
crazy.
20. It was last time I checked. It was like 21,000, wasn't it? Now it's
When I
what?
checked last check, it was almost at 40,000 dislikes.
God, dude.
I mean, people are that mad.
Yeah, and I think Animal Crossing the Legal Festival was like at 20,000 dislikes, I believe, when I last checked.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
There's
bad.
a lot of internet memes on that one.
Yeah. I was like, man. But it started off promising, like the whole little puppet intro, that was kind of entertaining.
That was.
And then
Somewhere Jim Henson is rolling in his grave.
yeah. Which Jim Henson's company actually did make those puppets, so which I kind of figured because they look like straight up Jim Henson puppets when I saw them.
Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? Because please, I need to get away from here as far as possible.
Yeah, so I guess we'll start with that since they showed Star Fox first. What are your thoughts on Star Fox Zero?
I was very impressed with it. I was feeling like this is like really dazzling, and the backlash we got from it is kind of like scary. But I was very impressed with everything they brought into the atmosphere. The only down draw I think was the lack of online multiplayer, but at least there's co-op mode. I hope that helps with the storyline, perhaps. I'm 100%. I don't know if I've got 100% sure detail on that, but I don't know. I was happy that Platinum Games is actually behind the project because I really love Bayonetta 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good surprise that Platinum Games is helping Nintendo develop it.
Platinum Games, I think, is being stretched really thin with all of these projects.
Yeah, I have to agree.
And I think it's going to take a toll on Star Fox, to be honest. When they first showed it off, I was like, yeah, new Star Fox, finally. We get some actual footage of it, but when I saw it, it has the same art style as Star Fox 64 3D. I'll bet it's not bad, but it's not good either. I feel like Star Fox Assault really set the standard for what a Star Fox game should look like.
Yeah.
If you were to show me Star Fox Assault, if I didn't know anything about it or what it was, and you said it was running on Wii U, I would have believed you. But if you showed me what was shown at E3 and told me that was running on a Wii U, I would have been very disappointed, and that's exactly how I feel about this new Star Fox. And the fact that it's no online.
Yeah.
Seriously.
That was a big hit. Yeah.
The way I see it is that I'm excited for new Star Fox. I don't know if this is I know Miyamoto said it's not a sequel, and it's not like
It's a retelling of the original, from what they're saying.
the
Also, it's like a
retelling.
remake?
It's not a remake or a reboot. It's kind of like a retelling, kind of like Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I thought maybe it was like a prequel or something. So,
No.
Zero.
No, Miyamoto just straight up said.
It was like when I saw
retelling.
Pigma in the game, I'm like, wait, he died in Assault.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's the reimagining. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But I'm excited for it. But I'm disappointed in the no online multiplayer. I thought that they would think, oh yeah, let's put it in there, but it's not. And I'm excited for it. Just hopefully it looks a lot more better by the time it.
Yeah, it definitely needs polish. Just like when Super Mario 3D World was first shown off, I was underwhelmed with it, but they polished it and it made it look really nice. I really hope they take the time to do that for Star Fox Zero.
I think they will. I hope so, because when I saw it, I mean, as far as the graphics go, I'm not a graphics whore, but I was like, that doesn't look all that impressive. It looked like they just took Star Fox 64, just up-resed it for the Wii.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I'm hoping that it'll look a lot better before it gets released, like you said, with Mario World Splatoon. That happened as well. It looked a lot better when it finally got released versus what they first showed.
Hey guys, I just got an update on that Metroid Prime. The negativity has now gone up from 53,827 dislikes.
Wow.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
I have some more to say about that.
But
I had a thought and I lost it. Well, concerning Platinum Games, once again, they're being stretched thin, and I really hope it doesn't take a toll on the game itself.
yeah, because they're working on that. It's a Transformers game they're working on.
Yeah, and they're working on their own game, so they're working on 3 separate projects at once, and they're kind of a small team.
Yeah, because I heard that the main guy that runs Platinum Games is not even involved in the Star Fox.
No, Hideki
Wow.
Kamiya? No,
Yeah.
he's not involved with Star Fox,
Yeah.
even though he really likes Star Fox.
Yeah,
So-
because they said they wanted to work on the Star Fox game like a couple years ago. And
Yeah.
so-
They got the contract because of they put an R-Wing in Bayonetta 2,
yeah.
so that's how that came to be.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think Nintendo hurt the game by not having online multiplayer. Even though they said they can add it later, I really doubt that they will.
Oh, it's Nintendo.
What out there?
Yeah.
So.
True.
Like, is it even going to have a battle mode? I don't recall them saying that.
They said it may have co-op. They have plans for it, but they said it's not a guarantee.
Like, I mean, it's got to have a battle mode. That was one of the major appeals to me in Star Fox 64.
Yeah.
You get on there and you just battle it out. Like, you played that just as much as the main story campaign. And if they had that online with voice chat, like, that would be epic. But doesn't look like we'll be getting that since Nintendo acts like they don't know what voice chatting online is.
We can't.
Voice who?
But so the game will be called Star Fox Zero,
Yeah.
and it will be releasing this holiday season. The Zero actually comes from just Miyamoto liking the way he wrote it. He wrote it out in kanji and liked the little tail he added, and he was like, "That's what it's going to be called." That's literally it.
It's kind
Yeah.
of crazy.
That's
I
my
liked it.
Euro
That's how they make a bit of money.
Yeah. He
So
first-
you think- Go ahead.
the prototype, he just drew money signs and said, "Yep, this is what's going to be called."
This is my legacy.
So do you think it's going to sell well, or do you think it's going to flop?
It's going to sell well because it's Star
Okay.
Fox.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna sell pretty good.
Yeah, so we've been waiting too long
I
for a
don't think it's
decent
going to
Star
sell on the
Fox.
same level as like Mario Kart and Smash Brothers, which
No, definitely
compared to the
not.
other ones before, it hasn't even sold that great. So
Yeah, definitely not.
yeah,
I just want to know what the story's gonna be about. I hope it's not like Star Fox fights Andros and the
I hope
galaxy.
it's more about his dad. I would love to hear more about
Yeah.
James. What was his name? James McLeod?
Yeah,
Yep.
James.
Okay. It's been a long
But-
time, God.
Knowing that Miyamoto is at the forefront of the project, it's not going to happen, especially with what he did this Paper Mario Sticker Star for the 3DS.
That.
It was all because of Miyamoto that there was essentially no story, no partners.
yeah.
So, but moving on from Star Fox Zero, Hyrule Warriors Legends for 3DS is officially confirmed. It was leaked before in a trailer by
I
Nintendo
saw.
Japan. Yeah. So it has 2 new characters, Tetra and the King of Hyrule from Wind Waker, both from Wind Waker actually, and they're going to have some new stages. And that's really about it so far that they've announced.
Did hear that this does have the ability to sync up to the Wii U version, unlock bonus costumes. So one of the ones that was leaked was the 8-bit Link. He has the original tunic that he wears, and the artwork that was shown in 86 and 88 times, and looks really good. But it just bums me out that all the money that we've spent on DLC, season passes, and all that, just forget it. The 3DS has got it all. But I'm still pretty impressed that they squeezed that little sucker on a 3DS.
I'm impressed too. I mean, like, when I found out about it, I thought, like, Nick told me. I'm like, no, you're lying. And then I saw the trailer. I'm like, wow, I didn't know that was capable.
Yeah.
But,
So is it confirmed though? Is this going to be for the 3DS or the new 3DS?
It works on both consoles.
Wow. Okay.
So
I'm
it's even
impressed
more
now.
impressive how they got it out on the original 3DS.
yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Though when I got a closer look at the way it looks and the graphics wise, it looks like it has the same black outlines as Smash Brothers.
Huh.
So that kind of got me thinking, like, is this the art style that's going to be for ports now?
Could be.
Could be, yeah.
It's just-
It works well, but
It makes you wonder how advanced the 3DS really is.
yeah, could be a miniature GameCube.
That's what it sounds like to me.
But are you guys gonna pick it up or?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am for sure.
No, I'm not. You know, I'm not really a Zelda fan, so
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the beauty of it. Are you more of a Dynasty Warriors fan though?
no, I don't care about that either. So
So it's okay. Because
so
like,
if they came out with a
like-
Dynasty Warriors Mario game, you're not going to see me.
I had a friend completely converted because he loves Dynasty Warriors so much, but when he found out about this game, he just threw down everything and then like had to get a Wii U just for this. And as soon as he found out the 3D version, I got that phone call about, oh god, what time was it? It was about 1 p.m. that afternoon. I got a pretty good earful, I will say that much. But
so was he upset that he purchased the Wii U to play it when he could have just got it for the 3DS?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm sure there's other people that feel the same way.
Yeah, definitely. I think they waited. They should have waited a little bit longer, especially with all the DLC costing quite a bit for.
Sure, but we had no inkling this was going to happen, so
Yeah.
This was
kind of unfair, man.
But besides that, I'm not a big fan of Dynasty Wars. I never got into it, but when I see it, I'm just kind of like, because it's been using the same engine since the PS2 era, and they haven't upgraded that since. And that's what really irks me about Samurai Warriors. They should really. It's their one of their most popular games. They should really take the effort to rebuild it from scratch and make it
update the
breathe a new
dialogue.
life. Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, it's so cheesy every time I play it. It's like, you will die now, ha ha ha. And I'm like, no, please, no more bad dialogue. Hire English actors, please. I'll pay you.
But moving on from freaking Hyrule Warriors, Fire Emblem has a new English name. It's going to be called Fire Emblem Fates in the States here. So it has a English trailer. You can watch that, which is what we saw at E3. Other than that, there's no release date besides 2016.
I'm guessing like February or March.
You think it's going to be like early?
Early, yeah, for sure.
Probably.
Yeah, but man, it's gorgeous.
Oh yeah, it looks great for a 3DS game.
Yeah, definitely. I just wish it was on Wii U. To be honest, we need more games for Wii U.
Console Fire Emblem game since Radiant Dawn.
Yeah. But that'll change
Oh,
because the Shin Megami Tensei Fire Emblem.
I am not getting that.
How do you feel about it, Faye?
That game. I mean, I thought it was gonna be dark and gritty and very like hard hitting. No, it's just. Oh.
Super
reason why
happy
it's like
floppy
that-
Japanese pop stars.
The reason why it's like that actually is because of cultural differences. Like in Japan, if you're close to the arts, like if you sing, play musical instruments and stuff like that, you'll be closer to their gods. They use that as a plot point for Fire Emblem Shin Megami Tensei. They said besides that, the gameplay and story is going to be very close to what Fire Emblem fans know and love. So that's why like everybody's dancing and singing, but when they get to the fighting part, it switches to Fire Emblem-like. So the Shin Megami Tensei is from Japanese culture.
Huh.
That is your little.
Speaking of Japanese culture, I don't know if it was on your list, but did you have any mention of the new Fatal Frame?
Ooh,
Time.
you know, they actually showed that on the Nintendo Treehouse Live today.
Yeah, I was
and
very
they
shocked.
reaffirmed again that it's coming out this holiday season, but it's not shown anywhere else but that. It's not on the release plans. It's not on nothing.
Yeah, Nintendo's like throwing it under the radar again, and that really ticks me off.
Yeah.
We finally get a game that is like worth bragging about for the Wii U. I mean, for the especially to the older audiences, especially hardcore fans of horror games. But I was like, we skipped number 4, and I'd give anything to play that Wii game. But we finally get number 5. I'm like, what it gives? But yeah, I notice how Nintendo kind of hush goes about that. Like us, I guess after like releasing something like Zombie U when it first came out, and like it didn't do so well, that it's completely just brushed under the rug and said, "Hey, look at this game! Look, it's got kitty cats in it! Yay!" But
that was one of my issues with this digital event. Like, I personally don't care about Fatal Frame. I'm not interested in it, but I was surprised Nintendo didn't mention it, bring it up during the digital event. You know, same goes for Devil's Third. Fast Racing Neo, which looks amazing. If you've seen it doing the Nintendo Treehouse, they didn't bring that up.
Yeah.
You know, just like,
oh yeah,
there was so many games that they didn't even bother mentioning. It was they only announced 2 new Wii U games in total. I know we'll get to those later, but I was like, that's it.
yeah. The end. Write it off on your tax write-off. This freaking.
Yeah, it was too 3DS focused, and it's the Wii U that needs more pushing and more games coming to it.
Yeah, and like they even bought the Fatal Frame franchise. Like, why even have it if you're not going to use it?
Yeah. That was another thing I noticed. They pushed this new 3DS. There were no new 3DS exclusive games announced during this whole digital event. Not one. So we just supposed to get it to play Xenoblade? That's it?
Yeah.
And they even teased. They said, we're going to have a lot more exclusive new 3DS games coming out in the near future.
Yeah. And more third-party support was going to be shown during the digital event. That little deal with Activision, with the Skyland amiibo, that doesn't cut it. Sorry.
Yeah. I do want that Donkey Kong and that Bowser.
It was cool.
Yeah, it looks cool. I'm not going to say that, but it was like, that's the only third-party partnership thing that they showed.
But I thought it was funny. Wasn't it that Activision was slamming on Nintendo's amiibos? Like how...
no, it was Disney Infinity.
Disney Infinity, thank you. Okay. Because that would have been awkward if it was Activision talking smack about them, then have a collaboration.
Well, Activision actually went to Nintendo first and wanted Skylands to be exclusive to their platforms, and Nintendo turned it down, stupid, and then, they came out with their own amiibo, and they was like, well, these Skylanders and Disney Infinity things are taking off.
You can have our least popular selling ones. Here you go, Donkey Kong Bowser. Have fun with that.
Oh.
It gave me an excuse to buy a Skylander, but I'm not buying the game.
I just want the figurine. Screw the game.
Yeah.
I mean, they're amiibos too, so you don't have to buy Skylanders to get use out of them.
What's the name of? Was it Magma or Flame Bowser? I forgot the nickname.
Magma Bowser, I think.
Magma Bowser. Yeah, I want that little sucker. That's awesome.
But seeing them in game, it looks cool. Like they show Bowser send the Koopa Troopers out, and then he sets them on fire, and they turn into dry bones, and it's just like
that was awesome.
That was sweet. Yep.
And Nintendo actually told them to do that. I was kind of surprised when the Activision guy was talking in the interview. I was like,
they kept asking.
Yeah, they were talking about how they wanted Giga Bowser originally, but Nintendo told them no, do something different. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Nintendo telling other people to do something different.
They was like, well, let's have them send out let's have Bowser send out the Koopa Troopers. They was like, send out Koopa Troopers that are on fire. And they was like, yeah, no, turn them into dry bones. So you watch the gameplay, you see that they're actually regular Koopa Troopers, then Bowser sets them on fire, and they actually do turn into dry bones. And they're running after you all lit up. It's crazy.
Yeah. But
go ahead.
We got completely off track.
Sorry.
But it's all right, dude. It's a podcast. It's what we do.
We're still talking about the digital event, though.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we're not too far from it. Monolith Studios' Xenoblade Chronicles X finally gets a North American release date, and that release date is December 5th of this year.
Woo!
So always off.
Oh, hey, but it's a big game, so I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I know a lot of people they've been patiently waiting for that.
Yeah. I know I have. I love Xenoblade Chronicles. As I said in the last podcast, my save file got deleted at the very end. I was I was ticked off. But Xenoblade Chronicles X, I'm definitely gonna get. It looks great. A lot of people though are saying it's underwhelming and boring.
Yeah, I've been hearing mixed reviews on it from like
Yeah.
Weverse and people who have it in like Japan and stuff. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'll like it, even though it may not live up to what the first one did.
it looks like graphically, it looks amazing. Like it's one of
Yeah.
the best looking games I've seen on Wii U for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So, you plan on
But,
picking it up, Tim? Anybody?
Thinking about it, I'm not too sure. I'm really heavy into RPGs and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I'm not either, so I know I won't be getting RPG. Just haven't really been my thing.
But speaking of RPGs, yeah, I just picked up Earthbound Beginnings. I was,
Oh,
Yes.
I was very shocked on that
I know
one.
people were happy with that.
I freaked out. I screamed loud when I heard about that.
Man, it looks just like it did. The only way the only way I used to play was back in the day on the emulator, but just actually having a purchased copy, so that way I don't feel like a dirty pirate. Anyway.
I don't know. I feel like they should have saved that for the digital event. I really think that would have saved at least, made it a bit better, knowing that the first ever Earthbound game is coming to America.
Yeah, I agree. I think everything, Earthbound and the whole Smash Brothers stuff, all that should have been saved for the digital direct.
For real.
I think separating it was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it raised my expectations. I thought
Yeah.
they were getting all the small stuff out of the way. No,
Yeah,
it turns
'cause I'm
out that
like-
was their big stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, well, if they're announcing this separately, I can't imagine what they're going to show, doing the actual digital event. And it was 90% stuff we already knew about.
It's pretty disappointing, honestly, but I am excited for Earthbound Beginnings. I haven't gotten it yet, but I will. I mean, I loved Earthbound ever since I was in middle school, and the music's amazing, and I found out that this is actually the original prototype ROM they had back in when they were supposed to release it.
Yeah.
Well, they did release it in Japan, but not here.
Yeah, Nintendo Power did show it. I forgot they were calling it Mother. They had like one picture. I remember that issue very well. In I think it was June or July of 1990, and it was simply codenamed Mother. And we just saw one shot. Didn't think much of it. Just turn the page, move over, and wait till the next issue. But yeah, they were so close to releasing English, but something just told them to stop.
I know why. It's because it was too expensive to produce. Like, it was going to come with a soundtrack CD, an instruction booklet, and by the time it was happening, the SNES was already coming out. So there really was no point in releasing it.
True. Like, it was a huge shift in that time period as well. Yeah, because I remember when NES games were dumped left and right, and I remember I think that's in 1992. I don't know. I used to get NES games like dirt cheap, like $3-5 a pop. Nobody wanted them. I was about 12 years old back then, and it was just a great time, but because everybody wanted the Super Nintendo so freaking bad, and hell, do you blame them? But
Really.
it was some crazy times though.
Yeah. All right. Moving on from the from Xenoblade and Mother, Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer got a cute new trailer. Though the game is not that cute because it is not the Animal Crossing people wanted. It's Animal Crossing Party-ish.
Wait, you talking about Amiibo Party?
Yeah, it's the Animal Crossing. Oh wait, no, my bad.
You merging
Sorry.
them together, bro.
Wow.
I'm not
I'm
even
putting
mad.
two completely different games together.
That's when you design homes and stuff.
Yeah, you're a realtor.
Yeah.
That's the one we covering first, which we already knew about because Nintendo showed that in the last direct.
Yeah, I mean, it's still my point's still valid. It's not the Animal Crossing game that people wanted.
Yeah,
And-
but that one wasn't so bad because you already got an Animal Crossing on the 3DS.
Yeah,
So
I
it's kind of
agree.
it's a little
but-
spin-off game if you like the designing aspect of Animal Crossing. Here's a game that focuses on that. So that was fine. It's the Wii U one where people were enraged because they were expecting the full Animal Crossing for the Wii U, and they give you Animal Crossing Mario Party.
That's exactly what I said when I saw the trailer.
And the way they revealed it was such a trollish move because people, as soon as they saw the Animal Crossing in HD, they was like, "Oh, we're finally getting it." And then you see like little board spaces, and then the dice come up, and I was like, "Are you serious?"
Serious. Yep.
I was like, "Wow."
It's just like Mario Party. You couldn't give that back to Mario Party 10, but you're giving it to Animal Crossing.
And I'm just and you need the amiibo to play the game, and we already know those aren't exactly easy to get
Oh yeah.
unless it's a Mario or a Zelda character. So it's just like, okay.
I heard that it was going to be free to play, but apparently
It's free, but all you have to do is purchase the amiibos. The fact is, you got to find the amiibos.
Yeah, so if you don't find amiibos, you can't play the game, and it's just a way for Nintendo to force people to go out there and buy them. And it's just another amiibo push, which I can't stand, but I'll bring that up later in the direct because I'm starting having an issue with the amiibo now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was very. And my thing is, we just got Mario Party 10 recently. We already have Wii Party U. Why are you giving us another Mario Party type game? You stop giving us the same game with a different skin. That's why. Like, we thought we wanted this.
It's funny because I actually think it's going to be a better party game than Mario Party 10.
It very well could be, but still, that's not what people wanted.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I wanted a actual HD Animal Crossing with new features.
Yeah.
Not party. Party is not the feature I wanted.
No, don't get me wrong. I like the amiibo figurines. They look great, but I am not buying it. I'm not getting it because it's not really worth it if it's just gonna be. And there's not even any mini games in this like Animal Crossing game. It's just like little trivias, and then you get more money or something.
Well, we don't know that exactly yet.
Yeah, I don't think they showed it all yet. I'm pretty sure that they didn't.
Apparently, there's gonna be more to the Amiibo Party game, and I'm just like, what else? Just new maps or something? I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like that game they didn't show enough of it in terms of content because that's all we know. It's a party game that has a board game with amiibos, free to play. That's it. There's not any details, but it's not coming out this year, from what I know.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't have a release date.
I thought they did. Until say holiday 2015.
Holiday? Okay.
Yeah, they said that at the end of the trailer for it. Yeah, it's coming out this year during the holiday.
Yeah, I probably got bored and went to something else because I was just like so disappointed.
Will any of y'all be purchasing that? Or?
No.
Well, purchasing. I mean, I guess the amiibos, but
yeah.
Yeah, I'll buy. If I do, it'll be just the amiibos only. I will not be buying the board game for it.
Well, it's free.
Even if it's free, I'm not downloading it.
Yeah, there's pre-orders open for like Europe and stuff now.
But here's the thing: Amazon has a listing for you to get the game with bundled with the amiibos. But now I'm hearing that it's free to play. So, is this copy going to come with the amiibo for free, or did Amazon just goof and just list it too early? So, what do you think about that?
Could be a problem on Amazon's part because they said it was free to play. So why would they be charging for the game?
No, I'm saying it's supposed to be bundled with two of the Animal Crossing amiibo plus the game. So they might just charge you for the two amiibo and you get the game on disc.
Oh, okay.
Because it has an actual disc cover, like in the Wii U case, and you see it. So that's what I'm assuming. Either that or Amazon just assumed, it was going to be on disc and they goof. I'm just wondering which one do you think it is?
It could be Amazon.
Yeah.
But
like Nintendo's released Wii U games that came with a free Wii remote. So I don't see why they can't do it the other way around. Get two amiibos in the package in a free game.
True.
Yeah.
I do admit I like what they did with the eShop. Speaking of the digital press, you could actually play some of the new games, like the new Mutant Muds.
Yeah, and that's something that they didn't show during the direct. They didn't announce that at all.
I know. I love Mutant Muds.
Yeah, I just happened to find that out because I'm following Nintendo news and I was on one of the websites and they were talking about it. Or did I see it on the eShop? I actually think I saw it on the eShop first. That's how I found out about it. But no mention of it during the Nintendo digital event at all. I was like, okay.
That's pretty sick, though. I like how you play them right now.
I downloaded most of them. A couple of them I didn't care to play just from looking at them and seeing the trailer, so I was like, pass. I started playing Freedom Planet tonight, and that's pretty fun.
is it?
Yeah, it's like a mix of Sonic the Hedgehog and Mega Man. That's the best way to describe it.
What game was it?
Freedom Planet, where you're like this little alien cat female character.
Oh, yeah, I saw you playing. Okay.
Yeah, download that and try that out for sure. It's really fun.
Cool.
If you like old school gaming,
You know it.
check that out.
All right. Moving on to Yoshi's Woolly World. They talked a little bit more about amiibo support and compatibility via a developer story. I thought one thing I really liked about the direct was, I'm just going to call it direct because it's honestly kind of what it was. They talked about like the development backstory, and I really like that about the direct. They should really do that more often.
I kind of took an issue with that.
You think it took too long?
Yeah, I think that's something you do in a separate direct. do not bring all that backstory stuff to an E3 presentation because people do not want to see that. It just makes it feel like you're dragging it out. Save that for a direct. Just keep showing games, details on the games. This is when it's coming. Keep it moving. Yeah, I need the backstory on Star Fox and how he came up with it. I need the backstory on how the lady came up with the Yoshi on Amiibo. It was cool to see in a separate direct. Don't bring that to your E3 conference. You didn't see Sony and Microsoft going in the backstory how this person came up with this game. And blah, you didn't see all that. It was like, this is this game. This is what it does. This is the features. Move on to the next game. Blah, blah. That's what you do.
Yeah.
So
definitely. I really like how pretty much every amiibo is compatible with it.
Yeah, that I do like.
I got the list actually.
Except for Pokemon, it gets no love.
That kind of weirds me out right a little bit. It's like most of the Smash Brothers amiibos are compatible, but none of the Pokemon, which is weird.
Yeah.
Another thing we didn't really see is the Pokken Fighters of the Pokemon tournament.
Oh yeah,
that wasn't brought up at all either.
No.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Because you brought up the Pokemon, so I just like kind of came up in my mind.
Yeah.
Man, it just makes me so disappointed. So many missed opportunities.
So many.
But oh man, back to you.
One thing we didn't get was Project Treasure by Bandai Namco.
Yeah, we didn't see any footage beyond the trailer that you had to look up.
Wasn't it in the Micro Direct though? Like
yeah, but they didn't show any the trailer for it. You had to look it up
Which
yourself.
game is Project Treasure? Which one?
It was that like 4-person co-op, third-person adventure shooter thing. It's kind of hard to explain.
Okay.
They didn't give many details on it. It was just like, here's the game, here's the trailer that you have to look up on YouTube.
Oh, okay, now I remember. That's the one when they did the last direct and they didn't even show it. It was like, go watch the trailer, and I was like, okay.
Why don't you show me?
Yeah, why don't you show us? You got our attention right here, right now. Why don't you go show it?
But
what happened to Miyamoto's robot game? They didn't even bring that up.
Miyamoto actually said during the Treehouse that it was still in development, but they had nothing new to show at the moment.
Okay. I didn't watch all the Treehouse because they were kind of boring most of the time. So.
Yeah, I didn't watch none of it really myself.
I watched the Fast Racing Neo one. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. But he said that it's still in development. What they showed last year was a prototype. And it's funny how ironic that is, that they say they only focus on games that are coming out this year and maybe early next year, but they show off games that are still in prototype form.
Yeah, and then like his Reggie's reasoning for not showing Zelda for the Wii U. They said they only like to focus on games that are within 6 to 9 months of completion, and I'm like, y'all announced the new Smash Brothers for the Wii U and 3DS before Sakurai even started development on it. Sakurai didn't even know there was going to be a 3DS version until Iwata announced it. So I'm not buying that excuse.
Plus, like, if you look back in history, Zelda's done that before. Because, like, when the Zelda 64 was first announced, it was, like, even years before it was touching base.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
We were still excited. We still waited nicely.
Yeah.
And then, of course, that Christmas of '98, we all went nuts.
Yeah. They could have showed a little something on Zelda. It would give people a little something to be excited over. But.
Yeah.
Apparently, they had footage. Like, they did shoot some footage for Zelda Wii U, but they felt like it wasn't like good enough for the direct.
They did have footage prepared, but they just didn't show it. Oh man,
that's what Reggie said, and I'm like, why didn't you just show it, knowing that it's working, that you guys are working on this, and that it's coming.
Yep.
Apparently, it is a 2016 release. So.
See, like, if, for example, let's take Square Enix. They show off the remake of Final Fantasy VII, and even though that game won't be out till Lord knows how long, we were still happy.
Yeah, and even Kingdom Hearts, the newest trailer still says in development at the end of it. We don't know when we're going to get the game, but I'm still freaking excited for it.
My guess is winter 2016 for that.
Man, I hope we get Kingdom Hearts soon, man. I'm a Kingdom Hearts fanboy, just wants to play it. But, so are you going to be picking up Yoshi's Woolly World?
I am.
Yeah, definitely we are.
The Amiibo, yes. The game, no.
Man, Jason wants that nitty-gritty shooter, man.
No, it ain't that. I've just never been
He doesn't want his masculinity be taken.
It just doesn't look fun to me. Graphically, it looks nice, but I've never really been that big a fan of the Yoshi games, so... So I'll get the amiibo, but I won't be picking up the game.
Getting the Yoshi amiibo, that's for sure. I love those things.
Yeah.
Good luck finding them.
Just give me a blue one. We'll call it.
We'll have to camp out like me and my friend did doing the last raid that just came out. It's crazy you got to go to that extremes to get them, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of worth it though.
So
maybe they won't be
3DS
too hard since they're Yoshi.
Do what?
I said maybe they won't be too hard to get since they're Yoshi characters.
Well, I don't know. They're cute and fluffy. Who knows?
I don't know. They're going to be hard to find either way.
Yep.
But so 3 yes, 1 no for Yoshi's Woolly World. And moving on, Super Mario Maker will be releasing on September 11th, 2015.
I'm sick of hearing about this game now. I'm looking forward to playing it, but I'm sick of hearing about it. Nintendo would not shut up about this game
Posting it just like they did
since Sunday. And
I
they
think-
spent 21 to 22 minutes talking about Mario Maker. The digital direct was like 51 minutes total. You spent 22 minutes talking about this game that you already showed off. That looks amazing, by the way, at the Nintendo World Championship. There was no reason to spend that much time on it during the E3 digital event. Like, why?
Yeah, definitely.
That 22 minutes could have gone to Fascination Neo. It could have gone to Devil's Third. It could have gone to the Fatal Frame y'all was talking about. You know, with the treasure game, anything.
Yeah.
or any third-party support they apparently they were talking about.
Oh yeah, and this is the first Nintendo event or E3 conference, whatever you want to call it, that there were no third-party game announcements at all.
Yeah, wasn't that
I
weird?
said none, and that is just sad.
It's weird.
And I ain't counting that Skylanders Charge because we already knew about that.
And Sonic Boom, Fire and Ice.
Yeah, we already knew about that, which I'm not looking forward to because the last Sonic Boom game, last two were exactly great.
Yeah.
Even though Sega's promising this one's going to be better, but we'll see.
Hopefully. I really hope that it's going to turn out great. But moving on to some Zelda news, The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes is coming to 3DS and new 3DS.
With no voice chat.
Yeah, no voice chat. Though it's multiplayer online, which is kind of ironic.
Yeah.
But first, it takes place in a kingdom where people are focused on fashion. Get different clothing to change your abilities, and different experiences can happen depending on what you're wearing. And it has online multiplayer. Obviously, the focus on fashion is pretty neat, how you get to change your abilities with that. But it looks really nice. It obviously runs on the same engine as the Link Between Worlds, because it looks exactly like it, but with multiplayer. So I'm excited for it. That's one of the gems I liked about it.
I'm actually pretty excited for it. I was kind of shocked that they finally added online play. And I thought, well, this game can get it, but why can't Star Fox? But aside from that, yes, we're actually very excited for the new Zelda Triforce. I did have a friend go to the Best Buy event. He got to play the demo of it with 2 other guys, and it was pretty fun. It's just like 4 swords, pretty much. But the whole fashion sense thing, so let me get this straight. The Sims meet Zelda?
You know, yes.
You got to try it out. Try out Zelda on Mario Maker Best Buy.
But I did get a kick out of seeing Link dressed up as Princess Zelda. That was pretty smooth.
That just fueled the fire for all the fangirls.
Yes. Now every single high school girl will be still totally confused and still call Link Zelda.
You finally get your female Link. Finally.
Times are changing.
Yep.
Oh dear God.
But are you guys gonna pick it up when it comes out this year?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Nope.
Do we have a release date on it yet, by the way?
This year, that's it.
Yeah.
Bummer. Okay. Well, I'm there.
But moving on to the most infamous news, Metroid Prime Federation Force is coming to 3DS.
Nintendo just lifted that pimp hand and said, "Smack to everybody."
Smack.
God, that was just the biggest
Boom.
letdown of the entire conference.
And it's a 4-player co-op mission based in the Metroid universe as the Galactic Federation. Also includes Blast Ball, and also developed by Next Level Games. So, I guess Next Level Games really wanted to expand on the Galactic Federation story because that's what how they're justifying it.
when they revealed when it was just called Blast Ball Nintendo World Championships, like there was dead silence when they revealed it. Nobody was clapping. Nobody looked like they cared. It was just kind of like, okay. And then people were joking like it'd be funny if that was the new Metroid game. And when you know it, turned out to be the new Metroid game.
they cute.
It's like it ain't funny anymore now.
When I saw the trailer, when I saw it at Nintendo World Championships, I said this looks a lot like Metroid Prime Hunters.
Yeah.
Like I was like, this looks a lot like it, but I didn't think, nah, it's its own game. And then when I saw the, title, I'm like, no, this is your excuse for a Metroid game. How disappointing.
Yeah, they're saying after this, the next Metroid games is going to be on the NX. So.
Oh yeah. No, I have no doubt about that. When I saw this direct, after it was done, Nintendo pretty much just confirmed the Wii U was dead now. They're moving on. They're going to talk about the NX next year. They announced 2 new Wii U titles, out of, other than the ones we already know about coming this year, and they pretty much just said, yeah, it's dead. And that has a lot of people upset too, especially people who just got a Wii U recently. So, yeah. Until they come out and say otherwise, they pretty much just confirmed it's dead. It was mostly 3DS focused.
Yeah, it's bad when you don't have any games announced for the Wii U.
Yeah.
Like it's to the point now where they're bringing older Wii U games over to America after years of being released there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're putting Wii U games onto the 3DS. It's just like, what does that tell you?
Bad marketing.
Very.
It tells you that we don't care about the Wii U much anymore. We know we screwed up with it. We're just going to move on. Like I'm pretty sure the NX is going to launch sooner than what people are expecting now. I think Nintendo pretty much confirmed that.
I'm thinking early 2017.
I'm thinking late 2016.
Yeah, I actually would be surprised if Nintendo showed it at E3 next year and then announced it was coming out in the holiday of 2016. I would not be surprised now. Based after this, what we saw on this digital event, I can see that happening.
And their stocks, Nintendo stocks dropped.
Plummeted after this.
Boy!
Surprising.
Now it's time to buy some Nintendo stock.
And I think that was based on what Nintendo actually showed, which was hardly nothing for the Wii U, and them seeing Nintendo got so much hate after this direct, like the most they've gotten in a long time. Like just about like I said, 90% of the Nintendo fan base was pissed. They were just going off on everything. And now Reggie's trying to spin it like, I wasn't really apologizing for that. Yes, he was. Don't even try to spin this, Reggie. Y'all just own up. Y'all screwed up. And I don't even blame Reggie because I just see him as the puppet. Funny, he was a puppet in the direct. It's Miyamoto and Iwata that are really calling the shots. They're basically telling Reggie what to do. So I don't really hold Reggie much at fault.
I mean, they mentioned the NX on the conference, but they're like, "Oh, we're gonna talk about it next year," and I'm just like, "That's when you're gonna release it." I know for sure you want to be up to par with the PS4 and Xbox One, seeing how they really took the cake with this year's E3, especially Sony's.
And I'm pretty sure that's why Zelda Wii U got delayed, because they're gonna do like they did with what was it, Twilight Princess?
Yeah, Twilight Princess.
They delayed it, but they released on the GameCube and the Wii. They're gonna release the new Zelda game on the Wii U and on the NX. I'm pretty sure that's why it got delayed. And
it's funny, Twilight Princess released on the Wii first, then the GameCube. So the port got released first in the original game.
Yeah, and like you said, they pretty much confirmed the next Metroid is going to the NX. So, and I think a lot of game announcements that they probably were planning to show got held back because they're shifting it to the NX now. I think that's where you're going to see the new real Animal Crossing. That's where you'll probably see, hopefully, a new F-Zero. So, yeah, I think that's
honestly, I think that's what the F-Zero should be, is on the NX, because better processing power means better looking, better playing game. Yeah. But moving on, Yokai Watch, the Pokemon killer that's been taking brain in Japan, is coming out this holiday season.
Don't care.
Well, actually, to back it up, Ni no Kune from what was it called, from the PS3, and the level 5, just really amazing storylines, and I would definitely keep my eye on this one. I don't know if it'll catch on or not. That's the thing, because since the U.S. market's already fluctuated with Pokemon craze still to this day, it's kind of hard to squeeze in another one. But Ni no Kune on the PS3 pretty much did the exact same thing, and but it just looks so great, and the artwork and the animation is just astounding.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you there. And since Studio Ghibli had a hand in it too, so Level 5 shouldn't be taking all the credit there. But Yokai Watch, it has like 3 games and 2 movies, with the 4th one coming out in Japan. So it tells you really how popular this franchise is over there. And Level 5 was very reluctant to bring it over to America because they did not think it would do well here. But they're giving it a try. We're getting the first game. So hopefully that'll work out.
I don't care for it, but at least they're giving it a shot, you know. I think some of the game developers need to start taking more risk again, Nintendo included.
Yes, definitely. At least, hey, it's one step forward with Fatal Frame, but, you know, with it going under the radar like that really ticks me off.
Yeah, they did. It was just kind of like, I feel like they did that with Project Treasure when they announced it. It was just like, go check out the trailer. It's like, you didn't even want to take time to show it off. You had everybody's attention.
Yeah.
Same with this. It was just, there's so many things they could have announced and talked about that they just didn't.
Yeah.
And the Treehouse is nice and all, but more people watch your actual E3 conference versus the Treehouse. So
Yeah.
that's where you announce everything.
But so are you guys gonna be picking up Yokai Watch?
Nah.
No.
Are you gonna be picking it up? I'll take that as a no.
I'm not interested in it.
That'd be interesting.
Moving on, Mario and Luigi Paper Jam coming
Yes!
to 3DS in spring 2016.
Welcome to the jam.
Yeah. Oh man, this was one of the nice surprises of
It was
this.
perfect. Oh.
You're colliding 2 of your most famous RPGs series together, besides Mario RPG, because that's a totally separate issue. But it's just so wonderful. It's magical. I'm hyped for it, man. I really am.
I know you had the biggest grin on your face, probably looking like the Joker over there.
Dude, I really am excited for this.
Me
no
too.
worries.
I mean, I screamed like at the top of my lungs when I saw it. I'm like, no way, you're gonna cross over with Paper Mario. I love the Mario and Luigi series so much, and then the Paper Mario series besides Sticker Star. But it's like, I mean, how is it gonna work? I mean, I was just so happy, and it
Does look astounding. I was very ecstatic myself, and I just love the fact that as the artwork looks just like the Game Boy Advance titles, and on purpose. And but yeah, and I have to admit, I did like Super Sticker Star, except for the fact when you run out of stickers, that really ticked me off. But aside from that, this project looks pretty cool. I hope it's as fun as, well, like any other of the early Paper Mario games.
Yeah. I wish it was on the Wii U. I'll just say that. Especially with the paper art style, they could have really brought that out even more. And I felt like it would have been a better fit for Wii U, to be honest, with the better processing power and all.
Yeah, it should have been. I'm not into the series, but it was one of their better digital event announcements.
Yeah. But it comes out in spring 2016, so my wallet will be ready
Mine
as soon
too.
as it releases. But oh man, here we go. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash coming to Wii U this holiday. Made by Intelligent Systems, which is the same people who are making the Mario and Luigi game as well, so they're kind of being stretched out a little bit.
It was making it too. It's helping with it too.
Yeah, it looks just like Mario Tennis Open, and that was the worst iteration of Mario Tennis
Agreed.
ever.
And that's what killed my hype for this, because I was like, okay, well, this could be fun, but after I saw gameplay on the Treehouse and Nintendo giving more details about it, I'm like, this is just Mario Tennis Open HD, and I'm not going to want that, because I hated that. That was the worst Mario Tennis game ever.
Yeah.
I
By
was
far.
so unhappy with that game.
Which one?
Mario Tennis Open.
on the 3DS.
Oh yeah, that one did get
That
bad
one was
reception.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one where there's spots on the field if you hit the ball in a certain way, and as soon as you hit the ball with a certain button command on that circle,
You get that special
basically
shot.
get a point.
And you get that special shot.
That's right.
But
Yeah.
they randomly just pop up on the court. And there's been times when I played matches where the opponent kept getting them, and I didn't get them at all, or got them very rare, so they kept getting the special shots while I didn't. And it makes the game unfair to me. It pretty much decides who wins.
Wow.
You know, in Mario Power Tennis, you got special offensive and defensive shot, but you had to earn them by how well you rallied the ball, and then you charge your racket up, and you can decide when you use it as well. That's what I like that they don't do that here, and it's the same way in was it Mario Tennis Ultra Smash?
Yeah.
And Toad randomly is throwing you power ups as well. I was no.
I heard it's just a mode, like those kind of power ups are just a certain mode. Maybe there's a regular Mario Tennis mode where you can just play the game and not just deal with the crazy.
I hope so, but I know in Power Tennis you couldn't turn it off. Like in Mario, no, not Power Tennis you could turn it off. In Mario Tennis Open you couldn't turn off those special shots. So we'll see.
I don't know. Knowing Nintendo with the whole hyping up, hey, there may be a double dash mode in Mario Kart 8, but that never came to be.
Yeah.
So,
man,
kind of teasing up the option to turn it off and have like a normal Mario Tennis. I don't believe them.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Their track record has been crap. So.
Because Nintendo's been on this thing, we want everybody to feel like they can win and not feel like they suck.
Maybe we should just get better.
That's why they won't get rid of the blue shell in Mario Kart. That's their reasoning. It's like the
blue
person
shell
that isn't even near me after I get hit with it. So how is that helping them?
But it comes out this holiday. I'm not getting it.
I seriously doubt I will.
Me too. I ain't getting it.
No way.
If it looked like if it looked more like Mario Power Tennis, I would. But after seeing that it's more like the 3DS version, no.
And I'm very. My last thought on it. I'm very disappointed in the not to be a graphics whore, but I'm just disappointed in the way it looks.
Yeah.
What, tennis?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like focused on Peach mainly when she got powered up.
Oh,
She's a Harvard chick.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Serge. That's cool.
Yeah.
We don't judge here. But yeah, I was disappointed with the art direction for it. I wish they could have gone something different. But
I wish it was Mario Strikers 3.
oh my God. Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
If it was Mario Strikers 3, I would have been so excited and I would have been hyped.
Yeah. Mario Strikers should have gotten a sequel finally. It's been too long.
Besides Mario Baseball, it's the most popular one.
True. I think we're all burnt out on golf and tennis right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like World Tour, but I really want like a sequel to Superstar Baseball. Not Super Sluggers, but
Race Brawl Games.
I'm with third Mario Strikers because I love both games. I love the first two. And Next Level Games did a great job on both of those, and they actually give the Mario characters some real personality. Even more so than Nintendo's main Mario games.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wish Next Level Games really wasn't working on that Metro title, but someone else, so that we can get the Mario Strikers 3 that we've always wanted. Because just like Jason said, that game really had the characteristics of a true Mario game with emotions the characters had. I really loved it.
It would have been awesome. But Nintendo's like, no, make Metroid Soccer instead.
Your experience with soccer? Here, make Metroid Soccer instead. Yeah.
Oh man, imagine if they made a new Mario Strikers and then they had DLC like they did with Mario Kart. You can play as Link or Samus or somebody. That would be awesome.
Villager.
Yes. Oh man, Villager. He'd be gangster on that soccer field. They can have an Animal Crossing soccer field course when what's his name, Rossetti pop up.
Oh yeah.
Man, see, we need to work with Nintendo. Yes.
We need to get hired at Nintendo, man. Be one of their project leads.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I'll get a promotion.
But last but not least, they spent the next 15 minutes talking about Mario Maker again. There's a bundle. Comes with the art book, the game, in a nice little yellow box. So that's
new amiibos.
Two new Mario amiibos.
Oh God, here we go again.
Super Mario Maker lets you use other amiibo to change Mario costumes. There's also a booklet that changes that. Sorry, that contains sample courses. 8-bit Mario amiibo makes you Giant Mario in the game. So you get to change your costume. So that Link amiibo that's been kind of not used very much will be used once more.
Oh, that Wii Fit Trainer amiibo that you most likely don't have.
Or Mark.
You can use that. Not. Ed Mark, yeah. I was like, oh, you gonna make costumes of the amiibos that are like the hardest to find. I have never seen a Wii Fit trader in a store here in my area. And the same goes for Mark. I have never seen them either.
And a villager.
Like the first day that came out, I saw like Wii Fit Trainer and Villager and Marth, but that was the like only day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard Wii Fit traders trying to pop up in stores again. Nintendo's like, look for Wii Fit Trader in your stores in limited quantity. I'm like, this is how you do your restocks? You still say limited?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember I had the chance to get a villager.
And I'm supposed to look forward to an Animal Crossing game where you have to use the amiibo to play it? Okay.
It's like, okay, maybe one day.
All right.
4 years down the line, maybe I might play this game.
I'm looking at you, Mario Kart 8. It's like, guess
Yeah.
what? You could add the villager costume. Sure.
Oh, just like, but the game looks amazing though. Like those levels that they made on the Nintendo World Championship, that was insane.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for the game. I just wish they show, not as much of it now.
Yeah,
They've
it went into
oversaturated.
overkill.
Yeah.
Yep. And
And
they announced a limited edition of the.
Yeah, that bundle.
there's a
yeah,
bundle.
book.
I
Yeah,
heard
with the
one of the
special-
Mario
the
amiibos
special
comes with a
amiibo.
bundle, and one is sold
Mhm.
separately, but I don't know which one is coming with. It's going to be bundled with the game.
I think the one that's bundled with the game is the old school one. It has like the original color plate. The amiibo by itself has like little white gloves on it.
Yeah. But speaking of amiibo bundles, it just made me realize something else. They didn't even show the new Chibi Robo trailer, Ziplash,
Yeah, you're right.
which looks
No, they
amazing.
They just played it on the Treehouse Live.
Yeah, but they didn't even show it during the direct. I mean, it was a completely new trailer from what they showed, in the last direct. And I was just like, why didn't you show this?
Yeah.
Like, I'm really looking forward to that game. And amiibo for it looks awesome as well. But, and I heard they actually went up for pre-order already on GameStop and sold out. So,
Are you serious?
Really?
yeah, on the
What?
website and in stores. Yeah. So I'm waiting for Amazon to put it up, and hopefully I can pre-order it there. If Nintendo was smart, they'll make sure is readily available, and all stores don't want to sell it, but they are.
Wait, so you're saying the pre-orders for Chibi Robo already came out?
Oh yeah, GameStop. Yeah,
I
they
didn't know
already came
that.
out.
Dang.
So you know it's bad. Not even Nintendo fans know.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I didn't
But-
even know!
Yep, it was up on their website and everything. It just went up quietly, like GameStop and Nintendo. Nobody announced it. It was like, oh, it's up there, and it's gone. I think GameStop didn't want to announce it after that whole fiasco they had last time, so just
that was
quietly
bad.
put it up there. And if you just happen to notice, you got it, and if you didn't, yeah, you lost out.
Well, moving on to the very last announcement in the Direct. LetSuperMario.com is open and is asking for Mario video submissions. Nintendo will donate to Operation Smile for all the videos that are sent in. Maybe you should send in some complaints instead.
This was the absolute worst way possible to end your E3 conference. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Like, hey
you
guys.
really show a dude gargling the Mario theme? Really? Really? I was, that's something that should have been, they should have just did their own little direct for Mario's 30th anniversary, and I was just like, this is not something you bring to your E3 conference. And then it was like, that was it. That's how it ended. And I was just
I
like,
thought there was gonna be like a special surprise at the end, but there wasn't.
I was like, are you serious? That was so bad. It's just like, you could have at least ended it with Star Fox. I would have ended it on somewhat of a high note, but you ended it on the worst possible note that you could.
I mean, the thought was nice.
Yeah, like, but it wasn't. You don't bring that to E3. That's something that should have
Yeah.
been its own thing.
Yeah.
They kept shoving Mario in your face, and it's like, I get it's Mario's 30th anniversary. That's amazing. Mario's done a lot for the gaming industry. No denying that. Give him his own special direct. Don't use that. Don't use your E3 conference to keep shoving that in people's faces. That was an issue people were having. One of the issues. But
Yeah. Especially said no Mario this year, but they
Yeah.
still found a way to shove it in our faces.
yeah,
Bothers me. It's like I want a real Mario game. Like 3D World was great, but it didn't feel like a traditional one-player Mario game like Galaxy and Sunshine and 64.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
I was hoping Super Mario Sunshine HD was going to
Me
pop
too.
up. I was
Yeah,
hoping
what the
so
heck?
much.
I was like excited. I was hoping like yes, because like about that Splatoon rumor about like Mario being in like DLC for Splatoon.
Yeah.
Oh
Hopefully
yeah, that was fake.
Oh,
I thought it would have been true.
Bummer.
Like if it was true, then they would have like led up to Mario Sunshine HD, and that would have been great. But it wasn't, and I'm
Yeah, that was confirmed fake. The guy who made that released a video on YouTube, but I was still hoping maybe there'll be a Super Mario Sunshine HD. But no, they just keep bringing up remaking Zelda games, and Mario gets no love. And I'm just like, that's still my all-time favorite 3D Mario platformer to this day, Super Mario Sunshine.
me too.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just-
such a great game, and it holds up so well to this day.
Oh yeah, I'll still pop it in and play it. But it's just like no.
You know, it's funny now that I think about it. If after Mario Maker comes out and everybody's like messing around, how will Nintendo one up that? I mean, because after all the ideas, will they borrow that and put it into a better game?
I don't know how they're gonna up that.
Yeah, I really don't. But
But
for regarding Mario Sunshine, I don't want a Mario Sunshine HD. I want a sequel that's built from the ground up because with remasterings or just HDs,
Mm-hmm.
I think you can only do so much to the look of it.
But
And I really want to see Al Delfino in completely remastered, like
Oh yeah.
redone from the ground up.
yeah,
isn't that what
be
they did
awesome.
with Wind Waker? Wind Waker, whatever they call it, Wind Waker HD.
Kind
Didn't
of.
they
They
redo
did a
from
mix
ground
of
up?
both. They did a mix of both.
Yeah, they could do something like that.
I
I
don't
would
want
even take a sequel.
waste that conversion like they did with Wind Waker. I want to see like more GameCube games converted into HD. Like
Hey, give me a reason to use my GameCube adapter.
For real.
Yeah.
So, where's that update patch? I mean, come on.
Yeah, once I found out that only worked with Smash Brothers, I didn't even bother purchasing it. I just got the Hori.
Actually,
Wii U
luckily,
pads, they're just like GameCube controllers. They're really nice, and I just use those because they work.
I have one of those actually. But the GameCube adapter's finally in stock now. After months of like not like hard to find, it's finally in stock on Amazon for like the price it's supposed to be.
That's
Right.
good.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine right now. It's been sitting there collecting dust. I got a day one.
I got the Mayflash one. I use it for the tournaments. My friend like hosts sometimes.
I just came back from a tourney yesterday.
Oh, really? Did you win?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you went with Zach.
Well, I didn't win. Like they dragged me out there yesterday. I was not feeling well. Like I got food poisoning from the IHOP earlier. I was tired. I was exhausted. I did not feel well. But somehow I was able to beat some of the top players. I forgot his name. I just didn't pay attention to names. I was just like,
That's
I
a
don't
boss
feel
right
well,
That's
but I
a
gotta
boss
play.
right See, that's dedication right there, man.
I guess so. I mean, I my philosophy on video games is very strict. I
There
was
you go.
stressed out the entire time I was there. I was like nervous. It was my first time going to a legitimate tournament. I called myself the Dairy Man, and that's my tag. I'm pretty sure I'll probably link it in the comments below. But one of my matches against they put me against Zach in round 2. One of my good buddies who brought me there and paid for my way in. They put
No,
me
you
in
weren't.
round 2 with them.
What a win! I mean, you fight Zach all the time.
I know, but it was like, and they put me on live stream.
Oh yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
Pressure on, baby.
Yeah, they were like, Dairy Man and Not So Shy Guy on stream. I was just like, oh my god, here we go. Like,
Did
I
you
was,
win?
You win this round, IHOP.
yeah. Oh man, it was a horrible, but it was a horrible time. But I kind of enjoyed it, though I did not feel well. I would go back, but once after they ban custom moves, because custom moves really unbalanced the game,
Oh yeah.
and they were allowed. in that
they
tournament.
unbanned them. I forgot.
Yeah, they're what Zach told me after Apex, they are going to ban custom moves. So,
That's good.
but yeah, I mean, besides that, that was it for the Nintendo Direct.
I mean, it had some good things like Paper Jam, Woolly World, and Mario Maker. I mean, I'm gonna have fun making my own Kaizo levels, but honestly, it was so disappointing, underwhelming. I just felt like Nintendo, you messed up.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
didn't bring any real hype.
I haven't seen a bad presentation since 2008, and
Yeah,
Wow.
I remember that Cammy Dunway. Let's forget about her.
Where's
I think that
Advance
was the name,
Wars?
right?
What for who?
Cammy, wasn't her name Cammy Dunway? Who used to work for Nintendo? That lady with the glasses.
Oh yeah.
She was terrible doing any E3. It's like, get her off the stage.
Like, my ski trip was fantastic.
We don't care.
I'm super rich and you're not. Thank you. Have a good day.
That's how she came off. It was just like, and that Wii music demonstration. Oh, that was so bad. This was like almost on that level. It was just like,
It wasn't like cringy, embarrassing. It was just like, this is it.
Yeah.
that's what it was. It was like the puppet thing was humorous. That was fine. It did well starting off with Star Fox, and then it just plummeted. It was just like, because somebody was like, I don't see why people are upset over it and why they're raging. I'm like, it was 90% games you already knew about. Only 5 new game announcements total, most being the 3DS. The 3DS still got too much focus. Yep. Only 2 new game announcements for the Wii U, and one of them was not the game we wanted. They didn't announce the Metroid that we really wanted. They pretty much confirmed the Wii U was dead, that they're moving on. You know, all that just contributed to people getting upset about it over everything. We're just like if all those games had been the first time we had seen them, this would have been like an awesome E3. Like if that was our first time seeing Xenoblade and Yoshi's Woolly World and all that, but that's not what it was. Oh, and too much focus on Mario Maker. That was another issue. So, but they know they messed up. They know. I just hope they learn from their mistakes.
The only thing I gotta say is that when the puppet was staring at the bananas, did anybody have hope that a new Donkey Kong Country was coming?
Oh yeah, I heard other people saying that.
I knew it was a reference to the old Nintendo Directs where a lot of just stayed up bananas, but I didn't think of anything of it.
I just kept laughing because the puppet's like when the Starman came in,
just staring. Yeah,
it's funny.
But I mean, there was a couple of good things from it, but it was disappointing. It was very underwhelming. It was just compared to last year and the others, it was just bad all around.
I mean, I thought Nintendo was gonna like overtake Sony because first when I saw The Last Guardian and Shenmue 3 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake, I'm like, how are they gonna top this? Mm-hmm. When I saw it, they're not topping this.
Nope. Yeah. Oh yeah. When Sony was done, I was like, Nintendo's not gonna top this. And I'm hearing people saying, well, people are upset because they went there with high expectations. First of all, Nintendo overhyped this digital event. I went there with my expectations on the lower side, and I was still disappointed. I didn't overhype myself. I figured I said, well, we're going to see a new Animal Crossing. I was pretty sure that. We did, just not what we were expecting. I figured I was expecting to see a new Metroid. We did, but again, not what we were expecting. You know, maybe one new IP announcement, but no. Pretty much stuff we already knew about. So when the president of Nintendo was apologizing, you can't really defend this. Like,
no.
You can't.
Water.
And just because, that doesn't mean you're not a Nintendo fan if you call them out on their mistakes and critique them. Some people think you can't do both.
Yeah.
I critique any Sony, Microsoft, EA, Nintendo. I critique all. I call them all out when they mess up, and when they do things right, I give them praise for it. That's just how I am.
I was hoping okay, let's see some third-party games. I was hoping again, Nick knows, but the One Piece Grand Battle X game I've been wanting for a long time. They didn't announce it, and I was hoping that would have been one of the third-party games they would announce because that's the reason why I bought all these amiibo.
Yeah.
And they didn't announce any third-party game, just Skylanders, and then Ubisoft's like, hey, another Just Dance, and then another Disney Infinity, and that's it. That's all the third-party.
Interesting third-party partnerships, am I right, guys?
Yeah, but Reggie said that too. You're going to see improved third-party support, more third-party games that are on E3. You did not see it. They didn't even announce Just Dance. Ubisoft did that.
Yeah. I fell asleep at that conference.
At all. I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
So, if y'all can't understand that, then I don't know what else to tell you.
It was kind of funny that you were mentioning that earlier about how they kind of much ditched the Wii U, but now they're porting over games to the 3DS kind of thing. Yeah. And Sony did the complete opposite. They're porting games from the Vita to the PS4.
Yeah. The 3DS is Nintendo's main platform. It is not the Wii U. It is the 3DS.
And it bothers me how they only released Earthbound Beginnings on the Wii U because they know it's gonna sell on the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
Because people won't just buy a Wii U for that game. And
pretty much. I just hope Nintendo learns from their mistakes because they cannot make the same mistakes that they made with the Wii U with the NX.
I hope not.
Not fix anything. They have got to bring it this time. They cannot drop the ball. They can't afford to drop the ball again.
Correct.
No, their hardcore fans are going to leave.
their hardcore fans are like hanging by a thread now. Most of them, especially after that direct.
Yeah, you're right.
Event, a lot of them were like, I know a lot of people say they're selling their Wii U's after that. They are done. Like that hurt a lot of Nintendo fans the other day.
Yeah, there's a lot of people turning over to the dark side. So
and I don't want. I want to see Nintendo. Nintendo has been in my blood. They've been part of my gaming since my childhood. Like I'm 35 now, so at least for like 30 years of my life, Nintendo's been a part of it. You know, I don't want to see them go out like that. But if they're not going to listen, and you know, I love that they do their own thing. They should keep doing that, but they got to find that balance of knowing when to follow the crowd, like with voice chat and the way the online things are going, and then still adding in Nintendo charm to what they do. It's like, you know, you keep just doing your own thing and bucking trends, that's what's going to happen. People are going to jump ship. And it's nothing major, you know. Add voice chat to this game. You got the parental controls. There's no big thing. You can just throw it in there. It's not like they're adding for like these big, huge, major changes. It's little stuff.
Yeah, the little stuff adds up, and
yeah, it does.
And even it's to the point where Reggie's like defending the position of how bad the direct was.
Yeah,
but it's like, no, stop. You've lost this battle.
You're soft.
Wrong.
Reggie doesn't know when to quit, though. That's the thing about him.
Yeah, he's all like, Iwata wasn't really apologizing. Yes, he was. Don't try to spin this. Just you better off just owning up to it and be like, we screwed up. We're sorry.
I'm just hoping that
I would definitely respect him more if they admitted that they messed up. I would have been like, okay, we get it. Now, what can you do to do better?
Yeah.
Come on, Nintendo, sit in the corner and have a timeout.
No.
I mean, it's crazy, but you got people signing a petition, and a lot of people are signing it for you to cancel a Metroid game. I have never seen that happen for a game Nintendo has announced before. Like, I think that's extreme, but it's happening. I'm like, that should tell you something.
I mean, didn't people have the same issue with Wind Waker? They're like, this is nothing like Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask.
Oh, yeah, they did. And people eventually loved it, but
it took 10 years.
Will it happen again?
I don't know. I doubt it. I know this Metroid game is gonna tank. It's gonna fail miserably.
Yeah.
No one's gonna buy it, and people who are gonna buy it are probably just gonna be like trying it out, and then they'll eventually realize this sucks. And
I don't know. I have hope because Next Level Games has really proven themselves that they are a really competent second-party Nintendo developer. They really have the skills and talent to do this, and I think that they can. I think it's going to be another Wind Waker situation where it'll be appreciated later on, but at launch, because of this Nintendo Direct, it's going to be hated. I'm going to buy it because I'm a fan of Next Level Games, and I'm pretty sure if I was working for Next Level Games right now and I had a bunch of people telling me that they hate my game, and I've worked on it for so long, I would feel horrible. So I'm going to support the developer.
You know what's bad is that Retro didn't announce their new game.
No,
they didn't. No mention of that at all. And didn't they say we were going to hear about it at the next E3?
Yeah. They even said that. And even the day before E3 happened, their Direct, they were hyping it up. They're basically teasing, hey, our next game's going to be shown, but nothing came of it.
Oh,
and that's what I'm saying. That's why people like, well, people went in there overhyped. Nintendo overhyped this Direct. Nintendo did that. From everything leading up to it, they made you think you're going to hear about this and this. No, they didn't deliver. That's simple truth.
What was that one?
Can't be blaming people for being upset over it.
What was that one Xbox One project that was from former programmers of Metroid Prime?
I don't know. I forgot the name.
Oh yeah, I forgot what that was.
Yeah, that to me, it's like Microsoft making Nintendo suffer again. They've done it before, and they'll do it again probably. Because once they stole Rare, now they got these guys.
I know people was mad. Why isn't Nintendo getting the Rare collection? Oh, because Microsoft owns Rare.
Yeah, for real.
They're not going to see it on Wii U.
Some people asking, why isn't Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 on here?
Nintendo owns the rights to that. It's like, do people even think?
I mean, like, Nick, Zach said you're going to get an Xbox One. Is that right?
I'm on the fence about it.
Because, like, they have a lot of exclusives. They have more exclusives than the PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yep. PS4 right now is selling mostly on hype. And it's just like with the Wii. It was pretty much sold on all hype.
The PS4 is going to sell more now that the Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to happen.
Yeah, for real.
But,
oh, yeah, most definitely.
Final Fantasy sells, no matter what.
But the thing is,
that, actually.
it's a timed exclusive on PS4.
Which is a shame.
True.
So it's not only going to be on PS4. Just
Yeah.
like Shenmue's not going to be on PS4 as only. It's going to be on other platforms.
What I've heard is
I think that is going to be PS4 only because Sony's putting money into the project.
but like they said that it might be on Wii U. For some odd reason, that might be a stretch goal. I don't know if that's true or not. I've heard that it might be on Wii U.
I doubt it since Sony said that they're going to be putting money into the project now that the Kickstarter's been reached. I don't see Sony allowing that
The
to.
reason why I had to get a Kickstarter is because Sega is like, almost dead. They can't do it themselves.
Pretty much. They're focusing more on mobile games now, just like Konami. But it's a Kickstarter, so even if Sony donates money, it's still going to a Kickstarter, and they have no say of if it's exclusive. And the fact that it is still going through Kickstarter, it can't be a console exclusive unless the Kickstarter says so. Otherwise, it's pretty much a breach of the.
But when you go to the
like-
Kickstarter page, it says PC and PS4. It doesn't say Wii U. It doesn't say Xbox One. So, and with Sony saying that they're backing money into it, it's going to stay. It's not going to any other console. It's going to stay PS4.
on a Nintendo console.
Yeah. Well, besides that was it for Nintendo's part. Is there anything else you guys want to say about it?
Any final words?
Well, I'm hyped for Paper Jam, or as I like the Japanese title, Paper Mario Mix, but that's it. Paper Jam is the only thing I'm hyped for. So that's it.
What about you, Jason?
No, I think I pretty much said all I needed to say. I just hope Nintendo learns from their mistakes and does a better job at E3 next year and just all around.
All right. Besides Paper Jam, obviously the Fire Emblem, the Shin Megami Tensei, and stuff like that. Mario Maker definitely, but
Yeah, I'm
other than
looking
that,
forward to that.
I'm getting
Chibi
that.
Robo Ziplash, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, that too.
but besides that, I don't know. It was very underwhelming.
Yeah, it was. I think we're all in agreement with that.
It was like, and people were even talking about new Mario Kart DLC. I'm like, I don't know. I think they're done with that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like, I feel like Kirby would have been a nice in the introduction for like Mario Kart. He would fit, but that's all I can think of.
Yeah.
I was hoping we'd get Captain Falcon, but well,
So would fit.
Oh, F-Zero.
I know we've been waiting. Been waiting for new F-Zero. I've been waiting for a new Wave Race. I've been waiting for a new 1080 snowboarding.
Wave race.
I know. If they had announced a new Wave Race, I would have fainted. I'd just be like, "Is this real life?"
We went back to 1996 just
I
for.
know. Is this real? Well, maybe on the internet. So I ain't expecting it, but maybe they'll surprise us.
Yeah. Well,
You got anything to say, Tim?
Well, the only games I'm really looking forward to, definitely the Mario Maker. I want that limited edition, especially with the figurine. I got to find out who's going to be selling that. Probably GameStop, knowing those guys. And yeah, we're definitely sad for Yoshi's Woolly World because my girlfriend is so kawaii over the little cutesiness of it all. Plus, I like the fact that it has co-op, so good bonding,
Yeah.
I will also, what was it? One other game. Oh yeah, of course, Zelda Triforce Heroes. Yeah, for what it's worth, I'm always down for anything that has online play. So yeah, I'll definitely pick that up.
yeah. Well, all right. I think that's it, Jason.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank everybody who watched our podcast. I know we had a couple of viewers watching live with us, so I appreciate that. And you can go ahead and advertise your channels if you want, real quick, Tim.
I'm Tim the Mega Retro Geek. You can subscribe at me at youtube.com/megadrive20xx.
All right, and I'm Nick from GameAway. You can subscribe at youtube.com/GameAways with an S because some jerk stole our original line. So we also have Twitter and Facebook. Just look up GameAway Official or GameAway Tweet for Twitter. And yeah, subscribe.
All right. And Sergio, did I say your name right?
Yeah. The same thing what Nick says. Yeah. Subscribe to Game Away. We do a lot of great stuff, even though I'm not in the videos. Intro.
Used to be. Then you moved.
Boy, it's not possible.
It happens.
Yeah, life.
Well, thanks for being a part of the podcast, man. Hopefully we can keep you as a regular. I like having you being a part of it.
Oh, I'll stay. Yeah, for sure. Just let me know.
All right, cool. All right, well, that's the end of it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.
Bye.
Game on.